Jazzy Joe's Vinyl Adventures.
Okay, give me a beat.
Watch this.
Hi everyone, welcome to this web series and 10th episode of Jazzy Joe's Vinyl Adventures. The web series where I talk to various collectors, sellers and producers of vinyl records in India. In every episode we feature different lovers and promoters of vinyl records along with my tips about collecting records. This time we are talking to and about DJs or disc jockeys and their role in the long life of vinyl records. Friends, I am happy to talk about my own collection and experiences along with a few vinyl loving DJs, a few friends about their love for vinyl. Vinyl was how DJing started in the first place. In 1943, radio DJ Jimmy Savile launched the world's first DJ dance party by playing jazz records in the upstage function room of the Loyal Order of Ancient Shepherds in Otley, England. In 1947, he claims to have become the first DJ to use twin turntables for continuous play. In 1973, Jamaican-born DJ Kool Herc, widely regarded as the father of hip-hop culture, performed at block parties in his Bronx neighborhood and developed a technique of mixing back and forth between two identical records to extend the rhythmic instrumental segment or break. Turntablism, the art of using turntables not only to play music but to manipulate sound and create original music, began to develop. In 1974, Technics released the first SL1200 turntable, which evolved into the SL1200 Mark II in 1979, which remains an industry standard for DJing. During the early 1990s, the compact disc surpassed the gramophone record in popularity, but records continued to be made, although in very limited quantities, into the 21st century, particularly for club DJs and for local acts recording on small regional labels. Today's DJs use more sophisticated equipment than their more contemporary counterparts, though club DJs and analog lovers still use turntables for a more intimate and spontaneous environment. But it is definitely DJs who are also responsible for keeping vinyl alive, especially the 12-inch, 45 RPM, also called as maxi singles, which are specially made for DJ use. As long as such DJs are there, vinyl will live on and flourish for years to come. Since we are talking about vinyl and DJs, I would like to tell my friends here what records mean to me and why I'm still hooked on to them. With a collection of more than 12,000 records and growing, it is clear that I am quite fond of records even though they are expensive and need a lot of space to store. But once you are used to quality analog sound, digital compressed sound just doesn't do much for you anymore. Actually, I started my musical journey in 1984 on the radio and clubs in Jakarta, Indonesia, but was also studying at the time, so started full-time DJing in New Delhi in 1992. I feel the real art of DJing comes through on the wheels of steel. I like the feel, the sound, and the challenge of mixing on turntables, but that's just me. Still, I feel that a format that has stayed alive for more than 100 years must be doing something right, no? And now, let's see what a few of my DJ friends have to say about their experience with vinyl records in their lives.
Hi, my name is Ignatius, better known as Iggy the Bastard, and known for collecting vinyl for the last 24 years. Well, I collect vinyl simply because I was fascinated because of the way it looks and the format and the sound it produces. Yes, I got to know about the sound it produces much later. I became aware of the intricate detail of analog. Initially, it was just fascination by the looks. For me, why I collect vinyl is because it's such a rich and solid format. It never lets you down. You obviously need a good sound system that goes without saying, that goes with any kind of music, whether you're playing a guitar or a flute or anything. The sound system has to be very precise for it to come across as, for you to actually feel the music. Vinyl for me is very interactive and involving and engaging because you're there in the moment. There is a history behind it. There's a story. You go to a record store, or someone gives it to you, or a record label sends it to you. So behind every record, there's a story besides just a piece of music. So every time you pull it out, it rings. If you download a piece of music from the internet, you don't really have a story to tell. And yes, the artwork looks great as well. So there's always a visual reference. When I'm looking through the bag, the records are just popping out. Here, play me. I like that feeling. Yes, playing vinyl is not easy. There's a lot of maintenance, but I've been doing it for more than 20 years and I still will stick with vinyl. I do also do digital sometimes when it's not feasible to play vinyl. That's my story. I've been collecting for, as I said, I have close to 7,000 good records, ranging from jazz to techno, house, drum and bass, all sorts of dance music. And I will do this till I go to my grave. And I've also started the Vinyl Ambulance project, dedicated especially for the art of playing vinyl. Have a look at the Instagram profile and to know what Vinyl Ambulance is all about. I'll give a brief. It's built from wood and recycled plastic. It's a truck that can go all over the country and just set up in 10 minutes and have a party. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm DJ Karan from New Delhi. I've been in the industry for the past 23 years now, and one of the high points of my career has got to be winning the All India finals of the Times Music Award of the DJs in 2004-2005. Well, today I'm going to talk about these beauties, the vinyls. That's what I consider the actual old school DJing actually, because the sound, the analog sound that they give, and that unmistakable hissing noise underneath every track, that gives a totally different vibe to the whole set, the people listening to it. So all the connoisseurs, all the old school people, they just simply adore that sound. And I've been lucky and blessed that from the very beginning of my career, I've been surrounded by people who were into turntablism, and I was guided by my seniors to take it up. And again, I had the resources to buy the equipment used for it, the turntables and the scratch mixer and everything. And I ordered vinyls, and that's what we have, the vinyls. Online I used to order, I still order at times, but not that much, because now I have the coded vinyls. I'm using the DVA system, so that if there are turntables somewhere, I go there and put on my coded vinyls and play through them. But trust me, if you have the resources, then also, and if you don't, then look for them, create the resources and try turntablism once. It will give you a totally different feel, a totally different vibe, because it's actually the DJing way, the old school thing with no automation, nothing. You had to redo everything wherever you go wrong, the whole process. But that gives you a different kind of satisfaction. And as I said, the sound, the analog sound, the digital thing cannot replace it ever. So give it a shot and just try turntablism and you're gonna love it, I'm sure. Cheers, stay blessed and keep rocking.
Hey Jazzy, how are you doing, man? First of all, kudos to you for bringing out this channel, showcasing this amazing medium of listening to music, entertainment, and especially the role it has played in our professional lives. Vinyl, records, LPs, or whatever you may call it, has played such an important role in the whole industry of music, as well as the beginnings of the DJing career and profession. The amount of time we have spent, trying to find that single, the elusive hit, the elusive record which you have been looking for so long, and asking our friends, others who are traveling, or when you were traveling yourself to find that one, has been such a pleasurable experience and has played a big role in understanding the music which we are playing today. Spending hours in a record shop, finding all those records you wanted and putting them on the turntable and listening with the headphones on, trying to figure out which one to buy, which one to take, and what will fit in to your latest trend which is going on, the kind of music you are playing, has been such a joyful experience for each and every one of us. And for all avid collectors of vinyl, this has been something which has also truly played a big part of their lives. And as we go forward this in era and this time, the record industry has actually risen up. It has made more sales in the past 2-3 years than it's done for such a long time. The beauty of it is vinyl is a tactile process. The whole physical interaction of taking a record out from the sleeve and putting it on the turntable, putting the needle on the record, like they say, is so beautiful and joyful that one always loved that process and kept doing it. Not only that, the cover art, the artwork on top of the label, and the information it provided, especially for DJs, the singles, the versions, the mixes, itself was such a good experience to go through something, and it always etched in your memory. By just looking at the record, you knew, okay, this is what it is. What adds to the whole charm or experience is, it's an eye-catching experience. The whole scene of the record on that metal platter spinning away always gets your people gazing towards it or people looking towards it. And obviously the perils of DJing when it was an open console, somebody accidentally hitting the needle and just putting it off the record was also something which we always had to care about. The diamond tip needle extracting all that music info, waveforms from the record and putting it back through the speakers, that whole experience is so wonderful as well. Especially for all the audiophiles, the joyous and the warm analog sound of a vinyl, which everyone talks about, and whenever they listen to it, even though there have been so many different mediums which has come after that to play back music, is something which is to be cherished. I will end on the note saying that it's always been such a joyous experience, and I still cherish today as well as the same feeling which I had when I started off just playing a record.
My never-ending love affair with this round piece of plastic, which is called a record, a vinyl. Back in the day when I started to learn how to DJ, it was on turntables using records. That was a very standard platform for DJs, and I think I'm very privileged that I started using them and playing on turntables. I love collecting them, and I've been doing so for a very long time. What I like about records, your 12-inch, this is a 12-inch one. They also come in 10 inches and the 45s. What I like about is the sound, which is very real and organic. And yep, it is quite a challenge when you are mixing on two turntables, and it's fun, and you learn every day new tricks, skills, and I hope I keep going on and keep playing more. And I've played on every platform, on every digital platform, on laptops, on decks, CDJs, but I still prefer playing on turntables. And I guess it is every DJ's dream to become a professional DJ on playing on mixing on vinyls and scratching. And without the turntables, I don't think DJs would have existed. This is the reason why we are here, and collecting them is like collecting art, because what I like about is when you have it comes with a jacket sleeve. This is with information about the tracks, the whole date of release. So it is like a piece of art, and I would say it is going to be there forever. And Jazzy, thank you for inviting me and allowing me to share my thoughts about records.
Hi, my name is Sanjay Datta, and at the request of my dear friend Jazzy Joe, who has been a DJ for many years, I'm here to give my views on vinyl or LP records or acetate or 12-inch or whatever you can call it. But essentially, just my views on what vinyl has been to the DJing industry. Well, from the very beginning of DJing as I know it, the only medium of playing music was vinyl. And well, the entire world in the last decade or so has almost shifted to the digital platform. All the DJs, producers, and they have shifted to the digital platform for various reasons, because of the convenience and because of technology taking over and the shift in technology. So since the shift, obviously, even I have shifted to the digital platform since the last 10 years or so. But prior to that, I was a complete vinyl junkie, and I've collected many records over the years since the beginning of my DJing career.
What's up? My name is DJ Skip. I am a turntablist by profession. I have been doing this for over 18 years now. I am the guy who makes that wiki sound. Turntable is my weapon of choice to be playing music. I am one of the very few DJs who actually started playing on CDJs or CDs and then moved on to vinyls. I think purely because I love the feel of it. When you're playing on vinyls, you can actually see the track moving, and the whole idea of seeing where you are in the track and holding the track is what I think have made me fall towards this side of DJing. My style is very on your face kind of style. I take part in battles, so I'm a battle DJ. I have been the winner of a lot of competitions. I am the only DJ from the country who has won the DMC, the IDA World Championships, and the Red Bull 3 Style World Championships. I was number 3 in the world in 2013 IDA World DJ Championships, and all thanks to I would say this particular art form. Vinyls have played a very big role in general in my life, as I am a collector of very rare style of vinyls also. I collect battle records, which is basically beats and tones that you use when you are taking part in competitions, and not only competitions, I try to utilize them when I'm playing live also. Why I love vinyl is because I like the feel of the record. I love seeing the track, the way you can see a track moving, the way you can hold it, and when you can manipulate it, it just does something to me. I just love that vibe. I'm one of the very few DJs who has actually moved from CDJs to vinyls, purely because of the feel, man. I just love it, and yeah, turntables are forever for me.
So this is about playing on vinyls as a DJ. Well, I started my career with vinyls only, and a spool recorder. There were no CDs or MP3 files those days when I started way back in 1985. There's a certain amount of skill set that's required when you're playing off vinyls, because there is no automation. You are manually leaving the beat to the beat of the song playing on the speakers, so your timing has to be right. Then you're also spinning the record faster or making it slower to keep the beats matched in time to the other song that's playing on the speakers. So there's definitely a skill set that's required, and it comes with time and experience. But besides that, feeling the actual record, going back and forth with the beat and hearing it on your headphone, to know exactly where it is, being able to scratch with it to the rhythm of the other song, is again an art by itself. The songs, versions that you would get on records, extended mixes, radio edits. On one side there would be a single mix, 12-inch mix. On the other side there would be an extended mix or a radio edit. These were, benefits of having it on records. Plus, of course, the biggest thing is sound. How that fat analog sound comes through the speakers in a club is something that a CD or a digital formatted file can never ever produce. This is my personal opinion and view. And having played on records for the big initial chunk of my DJing career, which was from 1985 to 1992, where CDs were introduced the first time when the Denon CD player came in. So from 85 to 92, I was essentially only playing on records, and then moved on to CDs. But I never got rid of records because I could actually, playing at a club, compare the sounds between the two. Because the problem would be when you're mixing a CD into a 12-inch record, the first difference in sound that you would feel once the faders come up of the CD playing the song is the thickness, the tonal quality of the bass that would exist on a 12-inch record to that of a CD that was coming up. So most often I had to compensate for the overall gain when playing a CD mixed into a record. Of course, CD mixing into a CD would not make that much of a difference. But for any DJ, or for that matter, even a regular club goer, attending club nights regularly, could immediately tell that there was a difference, a big difference in the sound quality once you would mix a CD into a record. Being from the old school of the earlier DJs who started the whole concept of DJing in the country, in India, I still feel that the sound that a record produces is uncomparable and phenomenal. Of course, as a DJ who started playing in 1985, and prior to that, as somebody who was very keen on music, I've had my record collection right from the 1976 or 75. I had the old ABBA, the old OCBisa, the Santanas. I mean, I've got that collection, and I never really got to giving it away. And then as the years progressed as a DJ in the Gungru, from 1985 onwards, I was buying records every month. And some of my favorites are still with me. I haven't left them in the club or anywhere else. And I still like to hear them once in a while. And of course, DMC championships, all of us remember the kind of skills that one would get to see and were at display by these hard, DJs, hardliners who would only play on record, and how they would splice a beat, into different measures. It was awesome, and it still is. There are still these guys who continue that legacy and that tradition, which I'm very happy to still be a part of. And I think that is where your true skill and your talent comes out. Of course, all that can be done on a Pioneer CDJ today with one drop of a hit on a button, which would splice the beat into 4, 8, 16, 32 times. But having to do that, and to be able to do that, I would say, is something which is just pure talent and skill, which I don't think most new DJs would have honed, because the easy way out is to press a button and cut the beat into or chop it into the number of parts that you want it. But to be able to do it manually can be very, very challenging.
Hi guys, I'm DJ Sunny Singh with you, and I've been DJing for the last 35 years all around the world. I can proudly say that my first love was music, and this music led to my passion to become a DJ. My love for music drove me to my never-ending love for vinyls. Yes, vinyls, my prized possession, and I treat them like my baby. Yes, my vinyls are my babies. I have a special bent towards retro music and can proudly say that my collection of retro music is one of the special connection I have with my die-hard fans all around the world. Guys, I would like to share some of my personal, very, very close to my heart records with you. Hope you will love them too. This rare picture disc of Madonna. Love Madonna. The king of pop, Michael Jackson. Ed Sheeran, Shape of You, a very rare 12-inch picture disc. Very special album, True Blue, Madonna. I love her. Guns N' Roses. I just got this special edition, which is a colored vinyl. I'll just show it to you. And again, beautiful album. All the greatest hits of Guns N' Roses. Very, very rare 12-inch George McRae, Rock Your Baby. Beautiful, beautiful track. Who can forget this? Saturday Night Fever, one of the best soundtracks ever. Beautiful record. Guys, all these songs played on a vinyl is like driving a Ferrari. If you know what I'm saying. Driving a Rolls Royce or a Ferrari is the best sound when you're playing it on a vinyl. I simply love vinyls, guys. This is Elton John. So many records. ABBA, Voulez-Vous. This is a Japanese pressing. All the way I got it from Tokyo. Beautiful. Dirty Dancing. I can go on and on, but lastly here, Samantha Fox, Touch Me, 12-inch single. It's a blue color vinyl, guys. Blue color vinyl. At last, I just want to say music heals everyone. So keep listening to good music. God bless you guys and lots of love from DJ Sunny Singh. I love you guys.
Now it's time for the collector's tip of this episode for new vinyl collectors. This time I would like to talk about how to choose your records, especially artists like DJs, radio jockeys or turntablists. Buying the wrong records not only burns a hole in your pockets but leads to dead collection. If you are a DJ like me, try to find maxi singles or 45 RPM records of your favorite songs, as they are more durable and the volume of the tracks would be higher, like this one. This is the maxi single of the Michael Jackson famous track Bad. And as you can see, you've got the main version here, you've got an a cappella, you've got a dub version. So these records or records like this are specially made for DJs. Right? They may be a little expensive, but the best sound that you can find, that you can buy. On the other hand, if you are a radio jockey interested in genre collection for airplay or more songs, you can buy compilations, albums or best of albums, which will be cheaper with more songs in the record, like this one. Now this is the album Bad, and you can see at the back, the whole album is there, many tracks, not just one track or versions of one track, but the whole album. So this will be a bit cheaper and you will get many more songs for your buck. As a turntablist, your best bet would be a battle record with scratch sounds, tones and breakbeats, which would be useful in your performance. Like these. These are a few battle records that you can see, a few famous ones. This is a classic one by Simon Harris, and this one also you can see, audio side, quite a famous one. And this is an a cappella album of the Black Eyed Peas. All the songs, they're a cappellas, which you can mix, you can remix, you can scratch. Make sure you buy only what you need to save on money and space. And now we come to the end of this episode featuring DJs and their passion of records. Do tune into our next episode, which will once again be talking about vinyl and the people who love them in India. I hope all of you enjoyed this episode, and if you did, please subscribe to the channel and like and share this video so that others can appreciate vinyl too. You can also send any questions, suggestions or feedback to this email jazzyvinyl@yahoo.com. For all my vinyl collector friends, happy collecting. And for everyone else watching, thanks and hope to see you in the next episode. Till then, take care and long live the vinyl.
Watch this. This.